Now, days after Shell admitted to dealing with a convicted money launderer, Nigeria's Economic Financial Crimes Commission has stepped up its investigation into the matter. The EFCC raided the home of the former Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Mohammed Adoke. They were looking for evidence that he was involved, but they found nothing. In a separate operation, the EFCC uncovered $52 million after a raid on a four-bedroom house in the commercial capital, Lagos. And at the beginning of the week, the EFCC said they intercepted more than $800,000 at a busy market on Lagos Island. Let's go to Nigeria now, to Abuja, and Sophia Adengo is there for us. Sophia, thanks for joining us this evening for Money Talks. Let me ask you about that raid on Mohammed Adoke's property. What were they looking for?
Well, of course, what the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission is really sourcing is, who owns this money. And there are suspects, including, the managing director, as we have seen in local reports, of the National Petroleum Corporation. And there really is no shortage of questions as to what happens to money that is taken out of government institutions and where is it kept. And that is the suspicion here, with the finding of over $50 million stashed inside a residential apartment in the commercial capital of Lagos, and many other discoveries that have been found really during this Buhari administration, which has been focused largely on an anti-corruption campaign in which they have boldly gone after very high influential politicians. And really,
let me just ask you, going back to Mohammed Adoke, what is the regulators and the investigators' concern about him and Shell, that case?
Well, at the moment, it's very difficult to substantiate that, because all we have heard so far is suspicions and speculations by the EFCC. There is no concrete evidence that he has been linked to corruption in ways that we can actually report about until he actually goes to court and is charged and, of course, convicted. But at the moment, it is not only the focus of an individual in a high-profile position, but rather the country focusing on this campaign that President Buhari has really stressed during his ruling here in Nigeria, is that none of this institutional, corruption will be tolerated.
Okay.
In fact, a zero-tolerance policy to it.
Sophia, let me just ask you one last question about the EFCC itself. I mean, they're making a bit of a name for themselves at the moment, the past few days. Are they any good? Are they finding anybody, any corruption? Or are they just, is it public relations?
Well, they're exactly what they are. They're a financial crimes commission, and they have been far more effective that we've seen in the public than ever before. Whether or not they're credible is really left up to, a case-by-case basis. There have been criticisms from various, directions saying that the EFCC has really not been fair and has been somewhat, going after individuals who belong to the previous party. But of course, then again, it's really an opinion.
Okay, Sophia Adengo in Abuja, thank you so much.